Welcome back, Catskill. I'm Alex.
And Alessia.
And here's the Catskill News. Prom is finally here, but first we kick things off with the coronation ceremony where we'll crown this year's prom royalty.
Then it's off to celebrate Memorial Day with a long weekend. We've got 2 extra days off next week, so enjoy the break.
When we return, seniors jump right into Senior Signing Day, one of the many exciting events closing out the school year.
And don't forget, the school budget vote is Tuesday. Time is flying, Catskill, and we're heading into the final stretch.
We finished the last of the AP test this week. Regents testing starts in early June. Make sure we are all getting ready to finish our year strong.
Register now for the Spring Rush Triathlon or Spring Sprint 5K.
Race for a reason at the 17th Annual Catskill Spring Rush Triathlon and Sprint 5K on Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Join us for an unforgettable day of competition featuring a triathlon 5K run, 15K bike ride, and kayak race along the stunning Catskill Creek in the Sprint 5K race. We're racing for a reason in memory of our beloved teacher, Miss Schindler, with proceeds supporting the Greene County Women's League to help local families battling cancer. And don't miss your chance to win our raffle of an electric bike sponsored by the Catskill Bike Shop. Learn more at the Spring Rush website or register today at active.com. The Catskill Spring Rush Triathlon and Sprint 5K, Saturday, May 31st, 2025. Race for a reason.
Senior signing will take place on Thursday, May 29th with shortened classes to accommodate the event. This is one of the wonderful celebratory days at Catskill.
We'd like to wish a happy retirement to Miss Gressy from our cafeteria. Thank you for the years of service to our Catskill students and best wishes on your retirement.
Motivation is key to success.
Hey everyone, Motivation Will here. I'm back in the middle of the high school and I'm asking teachers a couple of questions. Who am I here with today?
Mr. McElwain.
Mr. McElwain, what does teaching mean to you?
You know, it sounds simple. It's a transfer of knowledge, and maybe what I impart on you, you'll use in the future. Maybe you won't. We don't really know because we can't predict the future, but hopefully some of the stuff I teach you will be useful in your life, I'm hoping.
And why do you teach? What motivates you?
I enjoy it. I don't know. I just most days I wake up, I'm looking forward to coming in, and I like to interact with students and just teach. I don't know. It's an enjoyable career. I'm very happy that I've chosen this career.
Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Who am I here with today?
Miss Whitney.
Okay, so what motivates you to teach?
I love students. I love my high school students. And I think trying to make a difference in their lives as they proceed into adulthood.
What motivates you to teach here at school?
Students like you guys. See if I can make a difference and make your pathway to jobs, work, school a little bit easier and help you in any way that I can.
Thhank you so much for your time, Miss Whitney.
The CHS School Store and Life Skills Coffee Cart will deliver coffee or tea to your room periods 2 through 4 on Friday for $2. They also have homemade assorted muffins for 50 cents.
The CHS Spring Concert will be held on Tuesday, May 20th at 7 p.m. The concert will be the final performance of the year, so make sure you mark your calendars.
How about some words of wisdom?
Who am I here with?
I'm Mrs. Field. I teach English 11.
What is the quote you go by and what does it mean to you?
Well, one of my favorite quotes is by Eleanor Roosevelt, and it goes, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And I feel it's a really important quote because I think if you dream it, you can do it.
Our Leadership Green Club hosted the Meet the Candidates event this week. The video is on our Catskill Media YouTube page.
Welcome to the Catskill High School's Leadership Green Meet the Candidates night. Thank you for joining us for the student-led forum. My name is Alexander Howland, and I'm in 12th grade.
My name is Katie Cummings, and I am in 10th grade.
The following candidates are on the ballot for our Catskill School Board seats: Charles Holtz, Paul Brown, Patty Duchesne, Tracy Darling, and Janae Shell. We will begin with our one candidate providing a 2-minute introduction, and then we will begin our questions.
Hi, my name is Paul Brown. I live in Catskill. I've lived in Catskill since 1987. I was on the school board previously in the mid-90s for 5 years. That's when the terms of the candidates were 5 years instead of 3, and it changed shortly after I left the board. I've had 6 children run through this school district. They've all had excellent experiences as students in the school district. I have a degree in computer science, and also I don't work in that field now, but I did for several years. I started several businesses. I had a payroll business at one point in time. I also had a internet business, and now I have a equipment rental business. So I have what you call career ADD. I don't know what I want to do, and I'm always looking for new things to try out. So I always try to think a little bit outside the box when it comes down to how do we get things accomplished. And one of the things that I've noticed over the years is how do we keep our kids, our students educated so that they can compete in the workplace. That's always been something that's been dear to my heart. I've had 3 valedictorians in our class, and I've learned probably more from them than they have from me. And what the secret was is to keep asking them questions. What do you do? How do you want to do it? And where do you want to be? Those are all interesting questions that can consume a lot of time. But my primary goal here tonight is to let you know that I have 2 things in mind for running for the board. One is the students themselves. I want the students to be able to learn in whatever way that they learn, and I want the taxpayers to be able to support what they do. Now that doesn't mean that's a free checkbook, but it does mean that we want to give the best education to our students that this community can afford.
The election is coming up on Tuesday, May 20th.
Mr. Martin is back this week in history.
Hi, I'm Easton, and I'm here with
Mr. Martin.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, today we're going to talk about Coca-Cola. Arguably one of the most recognizable American corporations, brands, symbols, say Coca-Cola. Well, today, in 1886, the first Coca-Cola beverage will be sold over a fountain in a small town outside of Georgia today. And the story behind it's kind of interesting. The inventor of the drink that is so popular, not only in America but across the globe, was actually invented by a chemist, Civil War veteran, and his name was John Pemberton. During the Civil War, he receives a very serious wound across his chest, saber cut. And it was incredibly painful, and that was common back in that era. He was administered morphine to deal with the pain. Now, morphine is an effective painkiller, but it's also extremely addictive, and what will happen is John Pemberton becomes a morphine addict. He's addicted to morphine, and his addiction obviously troubles him a great deal, and he's trying to figure out a way to combat it, to battle through it. And using his skills as a chemist, as a pharmacist, it's through that experimentation with different mixtures that he eventually comes up with what we now know as Coca-Cola. Sadly, Pemberton continues to battle through morphine addiction. The Coca-Cola doesn't really help him with the addiction, and eventually he will sell the rights to his formula to some businessmen in Atlanta and build it into what now is one of the most famous, obviously, American corporations in the world.
Thank you.
Hudson High School Pool is running a lifeguard class for anyone interested.
Washing our hands is something that we learned a lot about as kids, especially with COVID.
I'm here with
Mrs. Wager.
Hi, Mrs. Wager. Why is it important to wash your hands?
Well, hand washing is important because numerous viruses and bacteria get spread when hands are not washed. For instance, back when we had the COVID virus, hand washing was very important. I know that people emphasize the use of masks. However, hand washing was one of the leading reasons why the virus was unable to be transported in certain instances. And those instances would be respiratory viruses. As you know, the common reaction to a respiratory virus when you sneeze is to cover your mouth. Although that's good practice, when you cover your mouth, the germs from the respiratory virus are then coming on your hands, and every object you touch afterwards, you touch a door handle, you then take your hands and you go to your keyboard, you go to your laptop, you go to your gaming system. Anybody that comes in after you and touches those surfaces, now you have contact. And where's the first place our hands go a lot of times? Well, our hands go up to our mouth when we eat. Our hands go to our eyes because we get an itch. We will transport that bacteria. So hand washing is extremely important, and the amount of time that we hand wash is also important. We need to hand wash for at least 20 seconds. Rule of thumb is to sing Mary Has a Little Lamb from beginning to end, and therefore you will reduce bacteria in the mode of transmission.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, can you share how you feel after when you wash your hands?
Well, besides the fact that I feel cleaner, I also feel that I'm promoting safety for other people. I know at that point that if I am out in a high contact area, for instance, when you're vacationing or you go to an amusement park, I know that if I wash my hands frequently, I'm hopefully reducing the chances that I catch something, and also reducing the chance that I'm actually spreading anything if I come in contact with something.
And can you share a time of how hand washing helped you avoid getting sick?
I would say that it lessened the chance of me getting sick. Of course, it's not going to avoid you totally from getting sick because there's airborne things. But COVID was the #1 time that I can say hopefully it reduced my amount of exposure by washing my hands frequently and often.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
In celebration of Teacher Appreciation Week, our administrative staff provided a staff breakfast to express appreciation for what our dedicated staff does for children and families of Catskill each day.
Here's Garrett with our Catskill weather.
This is the weather con Edwin. Esta viernes is a 79 with rain. The weather este sábado will be 80. This weather para este domingo will be high 70s. Stay in the sol, get a tan, enjoy your week. That's all for now, Catskill. We'll see you next week. Go Cats.
Here's the joke of the week.
I'm Jonah, and this is Joke of the Week. Why did the football coach yell at the vending machine?
I don't know why.
I don't know. Because he wanted his quarterback. He wanted his quarterback.
Oh, that's a good one.
He wanted his quarterback. Why did the football coach yell at the vending machine?
I don't know why.
He wanted his quarterback.
That's all for now, Catskill. I'm Alex.
And Alessia.
Thanks for watching Catskill and Catswell.